Good evening.
Braden here. Are you able to spell this complicated name in English?
In this lesson, you'll learn about the modal verbs can and be able to, and about bios.
This conversation takes place in the afternoon at the office.
And it's between Sarah and Jonathan.
The speakers are co-workers, so they'll be speaking semi-professionally. Let's listen to the conversation.
Okay, Jonathan, it was your idea to write this email, so help me get it right.
What do you need exactly?
I need another pair of eyes on this. I've written and rewritten it so many times, I can't see the errors anymore.
Okay. Can I see what you have?
Have a seat and tell me what you think about this first draft.
I think it looks all right.
Would you like to add anything?
The email itself, I think, is great. I think it'd be good if we included a draft of the schedule as an attachment.
Okay, I have that right here.
It would also be good to attach those few pages of short bios on each of them. That way, all the delegates can know which other delegates have been invited.
That sounds great. Let's see. All of their names are pretty easy to spell except for Alexei Brodowski. Would you mind spelling it for me?
So, in this lesson, we wanted to talk a bit about bios.
In the dialogue, the word bio is used as a short form of the word biography. A biography is a detailed description of a person's life. A biography is more than just a simple outline.
A biography entails the basic facts such as birth date, education, work, relationships, and death, but also portrays the individual's perspective of those events.
Within the context of seminars like this one, using the term bio refers to a short description of each individual delegate that contains only the information relevant to the seminar. For example, one of the delegates is an electrical engineer.
His experience, education, and work history in electrical engineering is relevant to the seminar about the future of energy. However, this same delegate also has a particular affinity for fishing. This information, while interesting, has no direct relation to the seminar and therefore would be left out.
In most seminars, a type of program is distributed to all the participants with these short bios about each delegate. Using this program as a source of information, the participants in the seminar are able to choose which workshops, panel discussions, and speeches they would like to participate in.
Let's take a look at the vocabulary for this lesson. The first word we'll look at is
Exactly.
perfectly, not more or less.
Exactly. Exactly.
Our second word is
Right.
true or correct as fact.
Right. Right.
Our third word is
Draft.
a preliminary version.
Draft. Draft.
Next we have
Invite.
make a polite, formal, or friendly request.
Invite. Invite.
Next we have
Guest.
person invited to spend some time at another's place.
Guest. Guest.
Our next word is
All right.
satisfactory but not ideal.
All right. All right.
Next we have
Spelling.
the process or activity of writing or naming the letters of a word.
Spelling. Spelling.
Next is
Bio.
a short biography.
Bio. Bio.
And our last word is
Seminar.
a conference or other meeting.
Seminar. Seminar.
Let's have a closer look at the usage for some of the words and phrases from this lesson.
In the dialogue, we heard phrases that demonstrated asking for contributions.
Specifically, we heard the phrase, "Would you like to add anything?"
Since they are working in a group, each person is expected to contribute to the final product.
In American business, group work is usually done in a delegated fashion. Each person has a specific task to complete alone, and then they bring it to the group for revision and approval. That's why Jonathan asked, "Can I see what you have?"
It's also common to hear phrases like, "What do you think about this proposal?" when asking for contributions.
Could you break this down for us?
Would you like to add anything?
And one time fast.
Would you like to add anything?
Next, we'll look at phrases from the dialogue that demonstrated asking for spelling. Sarah, specifically, asked how to spell the name Brodowski.
She politely requested Jonathan's help by saying, "Would you mind spelling it for me?"
A slightly less formal way to request that someone spell something for you is by saying, "Could you spell that, please?"
Spelling correctly in English is very important. It's also very difficult, which probably contributes to its importance. Even more so in a situation like this when they are building an official letter to many highly educated experts.
That's right. So could you break this down for us?
Would you mind spelling it for me?
And one time fast.
Would you mind spelling it for me?
Perfect. Let's take a look at the grammar point.
The focus of this lesson is the modal verb can, meaning to be able to.
In the dialogue, we heard the phrase,
Can I see what you have?
in this lesson, we'll cover examples and uses of can, could, to be able to, for ability, and permission.
First rule, use can or be able to express an ability or possibility. For example, he can play tennis well. Could you give us a few more examples?
How about, she is able to speak 5 languages? Another example would be, they can come on Friday. And another one would be, Dustin will be able to come next week.
Thanks. Just a quick note. The future of be able to is will be able to.
Also remember that could in the past means the general ability to do something. For example, he could swim when he was 5.
Now let's take a look at can as to be able to. Can is also used to express ability. Another form that can be used to express ability is to be able to. Usually, either of these two forms can be used.
For example, I can play the piano, which is the same as I am able to play the piano.
Another example is she can speak Brazilian Portuguese, which is the same as she's able to speak Brazilian Portuguese.
There is no future or perfect form of can, used to be able to in both future and perfect tenses.
For example, Dustin's been able to golf for 3 years, or I'll be able to speak Spanish when I finish the course.
The last thing we wanted to look at is a special case of the past positive form.
When speaking about a specific, non-general event in the past, only to be able to is used in the positive form.
That's right. For example, I was able to get tickets for the concert, not I could get tickets for the concert.
However, both can and to be able to are used in the past negative.
That's right. For example, I couldn't come last night, or I wasn't able to come last night. That just about does it for today.
Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for listening.
Bye. Okay, Jonathan, it was your idea to write this email, so help me get it right.
What do you need exactly?
I need another pair of eyes on this. I've written and rewritten it so many times, I can't see the errors anymore.
Okay. Can I see what you have?
Have a seat and tell me what you think about this first draft.
I think it looks all right.
Would you like to add anything?
The email itself, I think, is great. I think it'd be good if we included a draft of the schedule as an attachment.
Okay, I have that right here.
It would also be good to attach those few pages of short bios on each of them. That way, all the delegates can know which other delegates have been invited.
That sounds great. Let's see. All of their names are pretty easy to spell except for Alexei Brodowski. Would you mind spelling it for me?